The SVT-40 and the G-43 are among the best weapons in the game. Not that I think they are fact. A lot of people aren't giving these weapons a go, which is sad. However, those who have gave these weapons a go already know how much potential they yield and how powerful they really are. Now, I'm going to be making a guide comparing the two so you can know which one is the best for each situation and what you should be doing when and what the stats are and all that jazz. Now, please make sure you hit that like button below and consider subscribing because we are chasing 500 subscribers and we're dead close. So it would be absolutely amazing if you could go and do that for us. Now, both these weapons, I am going to be using the builds I have featured on this channel. I'll put the links to both in the description and in the cards if you're using the annotations, because these are the ways that you need to be running these guns. If you're not running the guns in these specific builds, then they're not the best version of the guns, and if they're not the best version of the guns, then why are you using it in the first place? Unless it's the full auto G43, because that's just a blast. But yeah, let's get right on with the video, and we'll start off with comparing the damage. The damage on the SVT is going to be coming in at 66, which is really respectable on both Warzone and a multiplayer. On the G43, it's going to be coming in at a flat 50 or a plate of damage equivalent on Warzone. Now, the crit on the SVT, notice how I don't say headshot, is going to be coming in at 132 damage, which is absolutely ridiculously high. That will one tap to the chest. It will one tap pretty much anywhere above the abdomen, really. So you have one tap potential and a really generous area with this weapon, whereas the crit on the G43 is 51. Wow, 51. One more damage than normal. The rate of fire on the SVT, however, is an absolutely woeful 133 rounds per minute. If you miss a shot due to flinch or you miss a shot for whatever reason, your time to kill is going to go up exponentially. Or if you do not connect that one-hit kill. If you do not connect that one-hit kill, you're in trouble if you're anywhere in their line of sight. Now, for the G43, that's going to be coming in at 400 rounds per minute. Basically, the rate of fire on this gun is around as fast as you can click, unless you're a freak. Well, if you're a freak, you already know that you can click faster than most, but most people, it's going to be around 400 rounds per minute is where you can actually click or press that trigger, so just bear that in mind. Now, the range on these weapons, wow, it's going to be 228 on the SVT. This is a really high range, even for snipers, so just bear that in mind. Super high range. Yet it's not as high as the G43, coming in at 253 meters, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, you're not really going to be pressing these ranges at multiplayer. Like, the maximum distance you're going to see some at multiplayer is going to be between 90 and 100 meters. But on Warzone, you know, this is a really high range. If you're taking fights outside of 200 meters, wow. Good for you. I appreciate your cojones. So what we do need to talk about now is the ADS, though, because this is going to directly change what you're going to be using and what you're going to be using the weapons for. So for me, the ADS at 603 milliseconds on the SVT is really high. That's up there with the big heavy snipers. That's not something that I would expect to be using as an assault rifle like build. Whereas on the G43, it's going to be coming in at 387 milliseconds. Yes, it's not as fast as assault rifles. However, compared to snipers and marksman rifles alike, this is really fast. So yeah, basically the difference in these is the time to kill. Like, you can have your gun up and have killed somebody with the G43 before your gun is even raised on the SVT. Yeah, it's all well and saying that the SVT can drop in one shot. However, if you're still lifting your gun up, you can already have someone killed by the time you're ready to shoot someone with the SVT. Then, well, you got the G43. Someone's already dead. You have not even lifted the gun up yet. That is the difference when you combine the time to kill and the aim down sight time. We'll get to the aim down, so we'll get to the time to kill soon. But yeah, that's massive. That difference right there is night and day. You know, and I can't stress that enough. You can kill someone quicker than what it takes to actually lift the bloody gun up in the other case. Like, just bear that in mind. If you're running an assault rifle range or a small map, just G43 on multiplayer, like straight up. If you're not running long range marksman rifles, G-43, straight up. Before you even touch the time to kills, you want to be using the G-43 if you're not using the traditional marksman rifle range. Now, let's talk about the bullet velocity. Bullet velocity on the SVT is going to come in at 930 meters per second. It's respectable. It's going to hit hard if you connect, and it's fast enough. Whereas on the G-43, now this I did find a bit surprising, but then I realized I'm using the lengthened ammo type. It's going to be coming in at 1,116 meters per second on the G-43. However, bear in mind that I am using the lengthened bullets on the G-43 build, whereas I'm not using that on the SVT. I'm using the FMJ on the SVT purely because making sure you can do that stupid high damage when people are trying to hide behind cover does make a massive difference, especially if you pair that with a perk where you can see the outline of someone through walls if you shoot near them or on them. So just bear that in mind. You need that on the SVT. You don't need that on the G-43, so I can afford to put the bullet velocity attachment on there. Now let's talk about the mag sizes briefly. It's going to be 10 mags each. Now you can put 15 round mag on the SVT. However, that is going to cripple your ADS even more so than it already is. So I don't actually run it. But you can go up to 15 on the SVT, but both are on 10. So just bear that in mind. Reload speeds are quite similar. On the SVT, it's 3 seconds. On the G43, it's going to be coming in at 2.8. Not using sleight of hand on either. I'm not 100% sure if you can actually get sleight of hand on the G43, because I was looking for that, I think. Yeah, now we're going to talk about the time to kills. One of my favorite times of the video, because this actually breaks down all these numbers and condenses them and lets you know everything you need to know about these weapons. Time to kill on Vanguard with the SVT is going to be 0 milliseconds. Fantastic! Woohoo! If you need 2 shots to kill, or you miss your first shot, so let's just assume it's a 2-shot kill, that's going to change that to 451 milliseconds. Not fun. Again, you're close to having someone dropped if you're... Oh, actually, no, I think you do have someone dropped if you're using that in comparison with the lift the weapon up and shoot someone with the G43, because the time to kill on the G43 is 150 milliseconds. And when you combine that with the ADS time, yeah, so what's that? Around 480? No, around 430 milliseconds to lift your weapon up and drop someone on the G43, as opposed to the lift your weapon up and then miss twice, sorry, then take 2 shots to kill, which would then takes you over a second to kill someone. So, yeah, though the time to kill is technically better on the SVT, if you miss, straight away the G43 is superior. Or if you need 2 shots to kill with the SVT, straight away G43 is superior in any situation where you do not get a one-hit kill in multiplayer. Now, let's talk about Warzone, because Warzone, it does actually get a little bit more tweaked. So Warzone, it's going to be that 451 milliseconds again, or 902 milliseconds if 3 shots are required. Now, on Warzone, it's going to be a neat 5 shots to kill, and that's going to come in at 600 milliseconds, which is fair. This is similar to the FAL, similar to the DMR today. This is around about what you'd expect for a semi-automatic weapon if you're not hitting anyone in the head. Hitting anyone in the head with the G43 doesn't really make a difference anyway. But yeah, just that's a respectable time to kill. Yes, the SVT is as well, but if you miss or you don't get that 2-hit kill, yeah, you have problems. So yeah, just bear that in mind. Now, I do want to briefly talk about the bullet situation as well. So obviously for the SVT, you're going to have massive value per bullet, which is, you know, what you want. Whereas on the G43, bullets are scarce. However, you can use fully loaded, you can use munitions boxes, pick up bullets off your fallen comrades and enemies, and kind of make sure you're alright. But if you are using the G43 in Warzone, you want to be treating it like an assault rifle. You want to be treating it like an FAL or a DMR. If you're using the SVT, you're going to be using that like a traditional sniper rifle, like a Dragunov, but good. So yeah, just bear that in mind as well, because you're going to be using these in Warzone for 2 completely different reasons. You know, SVT, very like medium to long range. G43, shorter mid-range with that added mid to longish range potential if you need it. So yeah, in multiplayer, either or's just sound. If you hit your shots and you're good at hitting your shots when you're hacking, SVT. If you're a spam fire kind of guy, or you just don't like how long it takes to lift that SVT, you're not going to be holding a sight line, you're just going to be running and gunning, G-43 is for you. But guys, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Like I say, we are chasing 500 subscribers. Oh, I can't wait to get there. We're starting to grow big, man. But yeah, guys, hit that like button as well. And let me know what gun you're going to be using, if you're going to be using any at all in the comment section below. Till then, guys, I'm ShadowsReign. You guys are awesome. And I'll speak to you in the next ShadowsReign A1A YouTube video. Peace!